Because nobody loves mud horses, apparently.
Whoa. Proud.
I said apparently. I have a mud horse OC, so
It's pushed off to the
chill your
side.
pants. She stars on her own role that I can't talk about.
Gross.
It gets me money.
Oh no, my brain's going all sorts of locations it shouldn't.
Spoopy ween, everybody.
It's printed on t-shirts, right?
Yep.
Yep.
T-shirts, coffee cup holders, pencil cases, posters, postcards, whatever you want.
Alright, let's critique this thing.
Okay. Silly time is over. Let's do this. Okay, let's see. I just kind of went off to the side and I'm trying to... Well, I am on the wrong layer.
Whatever background, you're actually on the background. It's good.
Yep. I can just color the difference.
Color it white.
Yep.
So, no audio person just joined. And they sent an interesting message. They can't hear us though, apparently.
Oh no.
I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't know if MC Labs can hear us or not.
We have yet to respond, so we'll do this one, and if they say something, we'll take care of it when they say something.
God, that's an adorable
So-
emote.
Okay, so they can hear us.
Well, good. We're going to critique your art after this one, but we're wondering if you have any questions in the meantime for that the person gave you for that critique, because there's a very good critique posted on your piece already, going over all the proportions. Fair enough. So, Allie, trying to figure out these ears here. If ears are normally placed on the side of a head, what's going on with these ears? Because they're curved and pushed back.
I think they're going for the whole, pulled back
Sideways?
ears of sadness.
Ah.
Sad horse ears. Which is pretty difficult if you try to picture it from the back. Because, okay, so if I were to draw them upwards, they'd probably be,
There we go.
this area.
So they tend not to actually fold backwards, they fold sideways.
Mm-hmm.
They
do kind of like a spin.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They curl in and fold down sideways. If you go look at floppy-eared dogs, same idea. I love to use dogs as an example because dogs are so awesome. Also, they have ears to play with.
Swoop. That's true. They're really soft.
So next time you see a dog, you're just going to go up to it and you're going to start using it as an example for figuring out ears. You're going to play with its ears and go, ear down, ear up. How does it fold? How does it not? No, don't suggest doing that unless it's your dog. It might bite you. We don't want that. You could lose a drawing hand to that.
Don't do it.
We're not responsible for you losing your hand in the name of art.
How dedicated are you to art? Prove yourself.
You must prove your loyalty to the art cult.
Please don't lose limbs in the name of this. If you're going to do it,
Good references. I forgot references are great.
removing your limb as a reference is not a good idea either.
No, not removing your limb as a reference. Just Google. Google is really good for severed arms.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, it's
Halloween.
It's spoopy.
All right,
People gotta
it's
draw.
Spoopy-ween.
Oh, it's Stop it, tablet. Oh my gosh, stop it.
Punch it.
Why do you insist on making a line jump across there?
Oh, because it's scared.
Okay. I'm scared. He's scared of the back leg. I mean, aren't we all? The back leg is quite the monster.
So we need some hoof widening on this.
I'm gonna get and then see, like, what I'm doing is I'm sketching out a side diagram for a back leg for myself, because sometimes you're like, oh, I have never done this angle before, but I'm familiar with a different angle, so I'm gonna go ahead and I never moved from the background layer, but I erased everything.
It's all right.
Who's a smart cookie? I'm smart.
You are.
Yay.
SMRT.
So as I was saying, if you're unsure of how to move something around, go with a pose go with the view you're comfortable with. Usually a side view is great to go by because you can really see how things are placed out. It's just my personal recommendation. Do what you. Why are you not letting me? Yeah.
So.
Sorry, it's
all right. I'm gonna comment on the critique I drew out here. So I've gone ahead and redlined over top of yours, and a fluffy guy is popular. So I've just done up the mane a little bit. From the back, we have a lot of time to actually play with the mane. We don't have that front mane that we get to hide everything with. So let's play with the back one and see what we can do with it. So what I've done is I've actually given it a little gravity over your back and a little curve over the spine. Helps give a little weight or a little depth to the entire back because it gives us both the left and the right side of it in reference to each other. So that's what I've done there. With your head, I haven't adjusted the muzzle or anything because you have it almost perfectly right. It's faced away from the head or faced away from the audience, so they really aren't going to see much of a muzzle considering they're very short anyway. You can show a bit of the mouth line if you want, but as we don't see any evidence of an eye at this point, I assume you're just not to that stage yet. Now, as far as the ear, as we're saying, go look for a dog for reference. They're placed on the back part of the head towards about 1/3 of the way back from the middle line on the head. You'll see that middle line not represented anywhere on my drawing here. There we go. That middle line that I just threw on. So they're just 1/3 of the way back from there towards the back of the head. And all I've done is folded it down as opposed to trying to pull it back. Because when ears flop down, they tend to flop down, not flop backwards. Just because that would mean the ear would be flipping inside out instead. And that just seems very uncomfortable. Now, for the front legs here, I've just widened them up a bit because pony hooves are actually very large. They're about half of a head size, so I've enlarged our hooves a bit. And I've just altered how your leg is sitting here because it should be showing on the side of the chest where it is. I just have to do one quick correction. There we go. So ponies, their legs actually appear from the side of the body. So we can see the front line followed off the chest here, what I'm running over in blue again. That's off the front of the chest. And then under the chest is this green one right here. So after doing those little minor corrections, it's wonderful. Your pony is a bit longer than normal, but you know what? That's fine. Just slap a style on it and realize what you've done. And as long as it's subconscious or you knew that's what you're going for longer body, it's perfect. If you're going for a standard MLP show style, Then we need to do a little adjustment to the head size. Basically just double its inflation. Then we'd be great. Now, Hallie, you want to go over yours? I'll just be back in just about 2 minutes, okay?
All right, good to go. So, okay, so all these, the scribbling I've been doing off to the side is all me doing under sketching. Don't be afraid to be messy. Don't be afraid to play around. You know, find your stuff, really sketch with it. Turn on a low opacity so you can keep layering your sketch too, or you can even make new layers. In fact, so seriously, don't be afraid to be messy in the sketch. This is not your final product. This is you trying to figure everything out. Because if you figure everything out in the sketch stage, everything further, you know, when you line, when you color, all of that's going to be so much better in the long run. So I'm going to grab a blue here so I can start sort of outlining it for you so you can see what I've done. Because sometimes you may not be able to tell what someone else's sketch looks like, but as long as you know what you're doing with your sketch, that's fine. It's, you know, the sketch is for you. It's for nobody else but yourself. And there's usually, for me personally, sketching usually is done in several layers. Like I start with my sketch to get the flow and just basic idea of proportion and anatomy going on, where stuff will be placed, and then I go on and do a sketch to kind of figure out where everything goes, and then I have another layer and I neaten up that sketch, and if I need to do another round of neatening up and finding new things and fixing something, etc. So I have a nice blue here. What I did was first we're gonna just get that rump all prettied up. Boop. Oop. Oh no. Don't do this to me, tablet. What's going on? Something's going okay. Something went weird.
Okay, back.
Welcome back. I'm just going over the rump, and then my tablet freaked out, and now we're here again.
Oh no.
So, starting again, I'm just gonna get the rump outlined. It's generally sometimes good to even outline kind of where the separation is. Like if you think of the pony's butt circle, the way like it works anatomy wise is kind of like there's a V, because the hips will be attached here and here, and then you have the belly. So that's kind of how I think of it. Just like a little V shape. Boop de boop. You know, got the belly down there. And then, of course, where that V is, that's where your tail will come out. Oh, look, you got a tail. Woo! Come out, and it'll be all swooshy and lovely and blah, 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 blah. Tail. You get the idea. But right now we're focusing on the anatomy. So, a lot of things to keep in mind, especially when you're doing ponies from different angles, is how you layer the lines. Now, to layer the lines, it'll tell you a lot about the pony. Like, this leg is actually going to be in front of the hip just by just by how the bone structure is put out. We have one, two, you know, we have that little like cross here there, and like, oh, hey, there's a knee there, but the leg, look at that, it's farther back than the knee. So the leg she'll be in front of it because we're looking from it behind. That's right. Also, important things. Something I do to determine my back part of the hooves, because if you look at horses, they don't have perfectly round hooves. Sure, MLP has it, and it's important to get that in perspective to really get across the back hooves. But something I do is with horses, they actually have a rounded tip, and the back of the hooves are actually flat. I feel that really helps you, for the viewer, to point out like, oh, hey, that's the back of the hoof. I see where they're doing now. Oh yeah, look, and there's the bend, and there's it connecting. So like, voila, we got one hoof moving forward. Because in your image, it kind of looks like she's trying to move forward, just the leg picked up and such. So I'm trying to add a little more dynamic flow to the pony's action. And then we have the back thigh there. I have it sketched out back here. Bone structure, boop boop, you know, and then the curve as if you're, you know, that's your last hoof you're stepping on. Curve, and then of course, like I said before, layer the lines, go down. Maybe have this one pick up a little bit, and then we do our flat little back area. Gotta have the hawk. Bada bing. You got yourself pony butt. Lovely, lovely pony butt. And again with overlapping. So I assume we're going for MLP style attachment of the hooves. So we look at a pony in MLP and they're I'm not on screen over there. Okay. I'll go over here. So okay, so say that's just like the chest. Usually MLP ponies kind of like do this thing where they're coming out of the chest area because animation and all that fun stuff. That's fine. That's their thing. But if we can even add like just like a little hint of a shoulder and bring it down and have them when we go into the connection point down there, we can have the belly come and then the oh hey, that might be a little too rough. Just a little overlap. Lovely, right? Got a lovely little thing going down. Yes, it's missing a head.
It's very lovely.
Swoopy Ween.
Whoopie something I suggest for like that awkward portion where you like don't have the back quite. Thank you. You kind of get slight overlap. Like I said, the name of the game is overlap. It's your best friend when doing strange angles. In like the tiniest line, like see how I have just the hint of that overlap, this little blue coming over. That gives you so much depth already. You don't even really need to do that much to get across the angle you're twisting. So yeah, I would say that's my 2 cents on how to. And another thing, I'm not saying you've done this, but I know people who do. You assume, say, your tail anatomy stuff, so you don't have to do it, right? Wrong. It's gonna help you in the long run if you just go ahead and do the undersketching of the entire pony anatomy, and then you add the tail, the hair, all that stuff, because it's gonna look weird if you try to add it in after. You try to add in that tail, and it's like, oh, I can hide the hoof. It's the tail's hiding it. Trust me, draw everything. It's only gonna help you improve. It's only gonna help you get better. Like, see, I only have 3 hooves here, right? Where's the fourth one? I mean, I can't just leave it out. So maybe it's like going forward. Oh, Fluffy Guy's already on it. See, I don't even have to do it. It's magically appearing.
Right, it's like, I don't know, it's like, yeah, you're not even doing, well, you're so good, Ellie.
I'm doing this with my mind.
Man, you're getting really in the spirit of Spoopy Ween.
Top spoop. But yeah, that is my 2 cents about how to do different angles and how to really break it apart and think about how the anatomy of the pony is broken down so you can move it around and such. It's definitely hard. I still myself have trouble, I'm still learning like everybody here. It'll happen in due time, in all due time. Gotta be patient and art. Just keep arting. Just keep, learning new things, attempting. Same with the tail, like we could have some overlap things going down. This side, wouldn't it? Play with it like, oh, hey, if I overlap it this way, it looks one way. If I overlap it a different way, how can I play with this? How can I get the best option? Bam. And because you drew that little V shape that I drew over here, you now know where the tail lines up, you know where it falls, you kind of get the idea position-wise with the pony. Learn a thing, do a thing, figure things out. It's a good time. The belly would be around here. And that's what I got for you folks. That's my suggestion.
Alrighty then, so far what I did with the muzzle here is, since the character is facing away, or at least, towards this direction-ish, the way you position the head is a little bit different. With this, just I draw, again, like I said, like what Ali said, draw everything. It doesn't matter, and it will really help you later on. I know this is weird looking right now. Like, it looks like this person's facing this way, and it's actually facing this way, because that's how I look at it. It's more of a bit of an angle here.
Absolutely.
So you have to realize that these shapes also provide an example, or at least just a bearing on what is in front. So that's why undersketching is very important, because it shows what is on top and what is on the bottom in terms of layering. So let's say if the muzzle were to be, I'm going to put this in blue. And okay, so I'm going to put this in blue. If this person were to be facing forward, you know that this muzzle would be technically in front like this. And you draw the face and everything like that, and the ears and all that whatnot. It would look like that. But since our away from, or at least the head, the actual head and not the muzzle is in front of the muzzle, so you would have to do this weird, I don't know what to call it, but it's like this little bit that's extending over the head. So far to like just erase this. The muzzle doesn't go in front, or else this shows that the person's facing this, like, not that way per se. It's gonna be like facing like that or something. So yeah, just a little line can really make a lot of difference on denoting where the character is facing. Same with the eyes here, foreshortened everything, and again with the ears here. Now in a front view, just really quick, ears would look like this. You have the starting here and here. This is further in front than the start where the ear comes from, so that kind of transfers to here. It start from the bottom and then ends up in the top, like so. You just kind of do what you want. But right here, kind of just these key points here is what really shows where the character is facing. Is the I forgot, I'm missing words. The spatial awareness of the head itself, like the circle shape, the muzzle, and the eye. That's what really denotes the direction of where the character is facing, and depending on which one is in front of each other, it would show which one is. It would help show where the direction the character is facing. That's all I have to say.
It's good tips. Good tips. It's all about that overlapping line. They're your best friends. That's a good lesson
This
today.
line here shows you, like, make the line like this, it's probably facing sideways. Put this, it's facing that way, and if we put like this, again, the eyes also help, like, point the viewer on where the character's facing, because you could just mess up the lines here, but because the eyes are positioned in such way, so that they would be facing that direction, it kind of tricks our mind saying, oh, this person's probably facing that direction, despite this thing being in front or something like that. That's just my observations.
It's good ones. It's good to talk about this stuff. I think it's something that kind of gets skimmed over, because just it's like, I don't know, it's that detail part. You don't really want to get into details, but like it just the littlest line seriously makes a difference.
It's there to really, like, for the artist, not really for viewers. Sort of, it depends, because you see a bunch of artists do the whole, okay, front view, 3/4 view, everything, like.
Bring that over to the left a little bit. You're off screen.
Wait, what?
You're off screen for the live stream, so no one can see you.
Okay. Yeah, but you know how you see some artists just kind of do front view, side, like 3/4 view and whatnot, and just kind of, you get the everything. Yeah, it's kind of like that, and you kind of have variations, and some people don't really know what to do with it, because when they see it, like, oh man, it looks really cool, the artist has like different positioning, then you don't know how difficult that is, because there's many little things that you put into it that makes it really telling on where the character is facing. And there's three things, like I said. The head shape is the basis on where the character is facing. The muzzle, or it depends, because sometimes I put muzzles like this, so it doesn't really, it doesn't really show where they're facing. But another thing is the eyes. Eyes are very important when it comes to like where the character is facing, because eyes point to where the character is facing.
Beautiful. Well, I guess we should move on to the next one then if Zom's back and ready.
I'm back. I assume I'm
Back
back?
again. Do you have anything else to say about thy pony?
No, you guys were very, very wonderful.
Thank you.
I like being
You're also
wonderful.
wonderful.
Ah.
The element of wonderfulness.
Alright, so next one is by MC Labs. They are at that Luna. I have to resize this one real quick.
Shout out to I want to make one quick message. The person who did send this picture in for critique.
Whoa.
Whoa. Hello, neighbors.
Feral bud.
There we go. I moved him.
Just throw an AFK.
The person who submitted this for critique, they actually were great. They sketched the entire pony. They even drew the leg behind the tail. So props to them. Like I never, not saying they did it, but props to them.
It's not very common because, again, artists, when they start drawing things faster, they start to skip some things, but yeah, you should never, in a perfect world, skip anything. Like, and again, I remember a friend always says, like, oh yeah, remember, ponies have 2 ears, because, like how I did it here, this, in the head example, I forgot to draw the extra ear here.
Yeah, and even on this pony, we even forgot. That's a good thing he's mentioned that, because we forgot even to mention that. So, bam.
Oh.
little ear, just a hint of an ear. That's all you gotta do.
I'm going to clear these layers. I apologize. You're losing work.
Oh no, I forgot to save my progress.
And of course I claim.
And there's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this world, we live with our mistakes.
Happy
Right.
little accidents, of course.
So, MC Labs.
Do you have any questions, specifically after reading the crit from the subreddit?
Yes.
For us.
Because the crit from the subreddit is the crit we'd give you as far as proportions go.
Mm-hmm.
Did you just put yellow on yellow?
What?
Your text was the yellow on yellow.
Oh, I'm drawing on the background. I probably shouldn't do that.
That's what I did before. Quick, select layer 3.
No, I can't. Actually, wait. No, I can't undo it. Put a little sad face.
So now we play the waiting game.
Do do do.
Finally, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hey, it says we have 5.238 views. Does that mean 5,238 views?
Yes.
Oh.
A lot of people come to see us.
I think Stranger Source just sits there refreshing.
Yeah, I was about to say, because they do it by, like, every time the page is visited, not by, like, users.
Oh.
That's still a lot, though.
I mean, apparently we have 76 followers.
We're loved.
Slowly but surely, ready to become internet famous.
Stranger Source, I visit your page daily just to see if you're live.
So now it's up to the artist to take that as a compliment or a very, really, really creepy comment. Always
Heavy
visit your
breathing
page every single day.
intensifies.
We're still waiting on MC. Maybe we gotta poke them?
I'd poke them.
It doesn't do any pinging though.
No. It's the best we can do, though. You know, they said they have to go between the art and the chat.
Can you hear
Whoa, what
me?
happened to the drop pile? Or did I just lose connection?
The Discord?
Or the Aggie, because it just looks like half the lines are gone.
I see quite a bit on mine.
Well, I'm gonna refresh. Let's try that.
It's a good call. Just remember, you probably just lost your layer, because Aggie's weird.
No, it's there.
Okay.
Cool.
Do you think the legs need to be changed aside from reducing the length of the front ones?
Well, didn't the crit go into detail about that?
They talked about the leg length and them. A little bit about the size, but I guess we can reinforce that if that's your question.
Yeah.
Alright, so as I'm not quite sure if you're listening, but I did at one point talk about the width of a hoof in MLP style compared to the width of a head. This is something you can easily measure out by doing measure and comparing. Do you know what measuring and comparing is? And now we gotta wait the 2 minutes before a response, because of our slow thing here. Rock ballad. Oh, good. All right. So, using the magic of measuring and comparing, you can go grab your reference and give it a quick compare. I want you to, right now, if you can, pull up a picture of Luna standing. There should be plenty. It looks like you're doing the newer Luna, where she has the upgraded mane, not the Wuna Luna. So you're going to go grab a picture of her, and you're going to compare her hoof size to her head size. And when you get that, fire it into the chat, and we're going to go from there, all right? I'm making him work for this critique.
If you want critique, you gotta earn it.
Well, apparently I get to yell at Topaz next week. That'll be fun.
Do the art. Do
Wait.
it.
I gotta make sure there's a reminder here. Okay, Google. Set reminder for 1 week. Yell at Topaz if he has no art for critique.
Okay, do you want to save this?
Set reminder for 1 heart if what?
Okay, do you want to save this?
No.
What is that, the Google Pixel?
No, it's 6p. All Android phones have OK Google on it though. It's just an option.
I have an Android phone, hold on. Okay, Google.
You have to turn it on.
Oh. I don't know what to say.
It'll be under voice options. It's totally
Okay,
fine.
Google or tap mic.
I do honestly use it some days.
I just have like alarm clocks that tell me to yell at people.
Oh, that's all that was doing. It was just adding in a reminder.
Okay, Google. Okay, Google.
It's also fun to go to parties or offices and just start saying that as you walk down. See how many phones get alerted to it.
The other day, Inky turned on his OK Google, and I just spent the entire time trying to mimic his voice to get it to work.
The head's diameter seems to be roughly twice as wide as the base of the hoof, excluding the snout. That's what I was looking for. All right, so we use yours. We have head, and there's split in half. And we're going to go and quickly compare that to your hoof. And voila, I think your hoof is about the same size, give or take a few pixels. So your hoof width is correct. And I believe that was your question. No, that wasn't fully the question. It was, does the leg need to be changed aside from reducing the length? Beyond the critique that you got, no. I think it's fine. It looks very pony-like leg. If you apply the critique you got from, I actually forget the user, and shrink up that body, do the slight modifications that they said to the leg as far as the length goes, you'll be perfect. See you next week, Topaz.
Bye bye. Have a good night.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know either.
It was,
Looks like you're drawing
Oh.
a silly picture
yeah.
of a pony stuck in a
Wow.
mane.
Nah,
Does-
it's just I'm not good with expressions.
Well, do the
I need to work
expression
on that
challenge.
eventually. After
Yeah.
caps, it's like it's the new Vine thing is the expression challenge.
Oh, was that a Vine thing?
Express
Because we
yourself.
definitely
No.
did that challenge 3 years ago on our subreddit.
We should do it again. Or
It's-
you guys should do it again. I wasn't there.
It's always available for you to do. Go check out our Wait, was it bi-weekly? I think it was bi-weekly challenges.
Bi-weekly.
Yeah. Before caps, we had bi-weekly challenges.
Right.
Someone's back doing challenges weekly now, though, so people should go check that out.
I think they're setting themes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Weekly themes. So plus them, shout out. Let me find their username so I can properly shout their name out loud.
Exclaim their name to the gods above.
To the art gods. Let's see. Did the community art project. Here they are. Now the real struggle is, can I pronounce their
Good
name?
luck.
That's always the struggle. Their name is Kawamari. That's a clever name. Well, thank you, Kawamari. If you ever check out these streams, I'm sure they're probably not, because they're usually very long videos, and who can sit through that? Let's be honest. You're just here for your portion of the critique.
We don't blame you for that.
So shout out to the streamers that sit through this every week.
Right. You know, we eventually need to like make a system where we can just grind out everything. It's like, all right, here's video, here's that, and yeah,
There you go. Cut to the chase.
here's the TLDR. Your art needs work. I mean,
Here's the good things.
everyone's art needs work.
It's true. We're all improving till we die.
We're never good. Yeah, like that. I dropped my pen.
How could you?
I'm sorry. I was caressing it with my hands. and
Oh,
then
that's so
dropped it.
weird.
I wasn't
What's
like actual like evil villain petting the kitten caressing, but
I don't know if I believe you.
I'm just cleaning my pen with a cloth. Cause dust.
Mama says I'm useful now.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, I covered up your pony.
No, I'm now using yours as part of mine design.
Perfect.
There you go. Now, what's holding up the sign is the pony next to you.
Oh, perfect dream team.
That's horrific.
Two Mudhorse fillies go around as a duo cosplay. This is brilliant.
Ah,
You should give wings, fake wings.